What's up, everybody, and welcome to Rock Gamer. And it's time to look back at the past weeks over the past 7 or 8 years and see what Harmonix has released during the second week of February as DLC. The last couple of years, I think started back in Rock Band 3 or so, they started to release, these Valentine's Day theme packs, which have really been a big hit with a lot of people. It wasn't originally something they did early on in Rock Band. It really started, later on in the series. And we're probably going to get another Valentine's Day pack this week. So let's look at what was released in 2008. During the week of Valentine's Day, we had an arguably punk pack 2, which featured The Clash with Complete Control, Truth Hits Everybody by The Police, and Teenage Lobotomy by Ramones. Interestingly enough, all three of these bands had a ton of DLC released later on. We got a full album by The Clash, Ramones had a couple more songs, and The Police have had a ton of songs in Rock Band released as DLC. I never actually bought any of these songs, but I may actually go back and look at them again. If you guys have any suggestions for me, let me know and comment below. Looking then at 2009, we had the Fratellis Pack, and the Fratellis Pack was a band that not a lot of people knew. They were I think they're a Scottish band, and we got 3 songs from them: Creeping Up the Backstairs, Flathead, and Henrietta. And every so often, there's always a great pack with a band you've never really heard of or not familiar with that graces Rock Band, and this is one of those packs. You guys need to own this pack if you're a drummer. This is definitely one of my favorite packs that's been released of all time, and it's one of the most fun drum songs. I was playing the shows mode, and I got Creeping Up the Backstairs as one of the songs selected. I just had a blast playing on it. It's been so long since I've played it, but definitely one of my favorite packs of all time. Turning now to 2010, 2010 in the second week of February, we had, interestingly enough, not really something that's a very Valentine's Day theme. We had Rust in Peace by Megadeth. And if you guys remember, we've actually had 2 albums from Megadeth. We had Rust in Peace, and then we also had Peace Sells. And I remember Peace Sells was the first one that came out, and everybody wanted Rust in Peace. And then somebody asked Dave Mustaine on Twitter or something, can we get Rust in Peace? And he said, sure. So he said something along those lines. And then here we saw, a couple months later in Rock Band DLC, after we got Peace Sells, which I think is great, because I think Megadeth's been a huge supporter of these kinds of games. Turning now to 2011, that's really when we started to see the first Valentine's Day theme pack, and we really did have a great pack released in 2011. Unfortunately, I didn't pick up a lot of these songs until later on. So we had Animotion, Obsession, which was in Grand Theft Auto Vice City, if you guys remember, Airplanes by B.O.B. featuring Hayley Williams. We also had Bonnie Tyler, Total Eclipse of the Heart, Human League, Don't You Want Me, and Lady Antebellum, Need You Now. And then we also had Paradise by the Dashboard Light and Stevie Nicks, Stop Dragging My Heart Around with Tom Petty. That is one of my favorite songs released as DLC. And the Meatloaf song Paradise by the Dashboard Light. That's an incredible song, and for your money you pay for it, $2, it's totally worth it. It's like a 10-minute long song, and I played it the other day. It's an absolute blast on drums. It's so much fun on harmonies. Definitely one of the best harmony songs around. Total Eclipse of the Heart. Every time I hear that song, I think of Old School, and I still think of Old School. And I do alter the lyrics when I'm singing it to match the movie. Airplanes is another really big surprise. I don't know any of the other songs, but I don't know from you guys, what are some of your favorite songs from that pack? Turning then to 2012. So 2012 in February, we had another one of these Valentine's Day themed packs. We had Mr. Big, To Be With You. We had Alone by Heart. We had Poison, Every Rose Has a Thorn, and Rick Astley, Never Gonna Give You Up. This was actually called Gold Star My Heart pack. Interesting story. Even back then, Harmonix used to do DLC hints, for what was coming that week. And their hint for that week was that the most requested song of all time is coming to Rock Band as DLC. And of course, everybody lost their collective shit and thought it was Led Zeppelin or GNR or Pink Floyd. And of course, I had a feeling it was going to be the song. I'm kind of amazed it's the most requested song of all time. 2013 saw the final Valentine's Day pack we'd see released for Rock Band 3. And that one had some fun songs. We had More Than Words by Extreme, which wasn't a great drum song, but it's probably one of the most popular songs to come out of the 90s. We also had Nazareth, Love Hurts, which is a re-record, terrible re-record, by the way. Peter Cetera, Glory of Love, Keep On Loving You by REO Speedwagon, Tainted Love by Soft Cell, which is a great song. And, that one wasn't my favorite week. I think my favorite week was probably from the Fratellis Pack, just because that pack is so amazing and you guys need to play it. And then we've got this week's pack, which, if you guys can tell, I've made this video before the announcement, so I have no idea what's coming out. But I'm just going to venture a guess and say we got Joan, Jett, we got Bruno Mars, and we got Geils Band. I'll say we got the song Love Stinks, We got Hate Myself for Loving You and Locked Out of Heaven. Those are my guesses for this week. Hopefully I'm right. And I want to know from you guys, what was your favorite week of DLC from the past 8 years during the Valentine's Day week? Comment below and let me know. And as always, guys, make sure you subscribe to my channel for the latest happenings in the world of rhythm gaming. Take care.